good view over there?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You're not that far away.
Yeah, but when I was over there, I didn't have a good view. Now I feel like I have a better view.
Well, oh, okay. I see what you're saying. This is neat. P.
I just realized I should take my hat off in the theater.
Hi.
Changed real quick.
I wasn't there. Some
Yeah, no, I think, since I'm in the theater, I should get out my winter clothes.
A lot of people.
Quick change,
that's perfect. Yeah.
Everybody. She can watch it.
Because there's 20 actors, so there's 16 left. That's a few.
Okay.
Did you read?
How's the world coming along?
Oh, I changed it.
Really?
Wait, which one? My
Beat.
water? Oh no, the beach is still around. No, that's still
Okay.
around.
So you have another world?
Yeah. I have a few of them.
And I can't even get a floor on my
Hey,
first
Alicia.
Yeah, I was muted. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, good.
My
So friendly.
IRL friend is here. She calls herself Sorceress of Pleasure, and
Oh, okay.
she can't figure out how to get down. But we're trying to get down here together. So I'm gonna go. Oh, I think she's figuring it out. It's like her
She
first
can
time in
just
all
jump.
three, so I want to give her a good introduction.
Oh, okay. I'm still trying to get my friends in here, but
After the show, let's need to talk about what you're trying to do. Okay, my headset is a little broken. They're sending us a new one. But all right, maybe I should go try to help her. But we'll be right back.
okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to tell her to do it again.
That's right.
Hey, what's up?
Again. Okay, I'm teaching her how to move around. Hey, sorceress. Can you see us? Well, sure. It's just that B is in the way, but hi, B, nice to meet you. Oh, there you are. It's sorceress's like first day in VR, so she's getting used to it.
Oh wow.
Am I standing right on top of you?
Yeah, right. This is the first time a musical's ever been performed in VR. So. Hi, Mahan.
Are they actually
Alicia.
singing? I didn't even know.
Alicia,
Yes, we do.
I think you need to go up a little bit. You're down on the floor. You're not seated in your seat, so not blocking you.
Oh, how do I get
Oh, I don't know. Do we have to sit in a seat?
No,
How
but
do I get up more?
just so I won't block you. I don't know.
I
Are
don't
you
know how to
seated
walk
or
anymore.
standing?
I'm seated.
Oh.
Sure, it's supposed to
Oh, yeah. I mean, now I'm seeing.
Yeah, much better.
That's okay. We can go down there.
I guess I was
want,
between
one seat. I just wanted to say.
My blocking used to. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should go down in the front if people want to have their whole seat to themselves. So let's go down.
That's okay. I'm okay.
That's okay.
with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Totally. That's fine.
I know.
So this is fine. Show begins in 4 minutes. This is exciting.
Welcome.
But so the thing is, like, I probably only want to see the first
Calm
part of
down.
it and then go to next. So whenever, but I don't want to disrupt you by talking. So whenever I just disappear,
So I'll go. When I was up there looking for you, I went into the thing to find you, and
yeah. No, it doesn't work when you're in the same world. It just makes you go to the same world, but if you're already in the same world.
okay.
So it is a little bit of a scavenger hunt because like when you join your friend in a world, you don't know where they are in the world. You just have to find them. But you know, it's
We
just
can
like your
hear
real
each other.
life.
Can hear each other. Like I heard you when you were down here. And
Yeah.
I was up there.
Yeah, just like in real life. And the sound is directional, so like while you're up there, I heard you from up there. You know, that's what makes it real. And they do cool things with the eye movements that make it look real. Or really make
Yeah.
it
Yeah, like when somebody's walking by, their eyes are like looking to the side.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
are they sensing our eye movement?
I don't think so. I think it's just the algorithm, like, it's sensing who you're talking to, and then it makes you follow them. Like, if there's a group of people, the eyes will start to all the people in the group, so it seems like you're talking
Yes,
to them. It's really cool. It
And
seems
is
very
it-
realistic.
Easy to turn down the volume of other people who are not talking
Not
with us that we hear.
yet. No, I think that's a feature that everyone says that they should add, but they didn't add it yet. And the audio controls inside AltSpace only work in official AltSpace environments, which is not most of them. So you usually can't control the volume of the music separate than the volume of the voices, but they're moving in that direction.
To turn down the display, how do you turn down the display?
Yeah, you can just kind of like explore the settings and let me see, is there anything that I think you should know in the settings? Yeah, it's in the menu.
How do you know if you're having lag issues? Like if other people are cheering at something you don't see?
No, it's usually like the how should I explain it? There's a glitch in the matrix. It's it'll be like the visuals will be like static. You won't see things clearly in them, or they'll be fuzzy.
So many people.
I want to sit down next to
Show
her.
on Netflix
That's the most people I've seen in a long time.
called Upload. Did you hear it? It was like science fiction and then
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
you know you're gonna die. Sorry, upload it.
Oh, right. I should see that. We should see that. Now we're like, we used to be interested in that stuff, but now we are.
I'm gonna
because
try
of
to stay
VR.
awake. It's kind of late.
Now we're actually sitting
It's
down.
I'm sitting on my
I'm in the UK.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the director of Neverland Live, Mike.
Good evening, everybody, and good evening to all those watching the live on YouTube.
Mike.
Welcome to the first ever performance of Neverland Live in AltSpace VR. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we know many theaters across the nation had to shut down or even close altogether. We want to bring that excitement to the theater into AltSpace. Our team has been working extremely hard to perfect this play to the best of our abilities, and translating a Disney classic to a stage in VR was not an easy task. We ask everyone to please be respectful throughout the show. Please no portals, and keep in mind these are real people in real headsets. Please keep in mind there may be some glitches or issues that are out of our control. We apologize for the inconvenience if this happens. Reminder that this is the first of 2 shows, the second taking place on December 26th, next Saturday at the same exact time. Once again, thank you, and please enjoy Neverland Live. Reminder that this is the first of 2 shows, the second taking place on December 26th, next Saturday at the same exact time. Once again, thank you, and please enjoy Neverland Live. Reminder that this is the first of 2 shows, the second taking place on December 26th, next Saturday at the same exact time. Once again, thank you, and please enjoy Neverland Live. Reminder that this is the first of 2 shows, the second taking place on December 26th, next Saturday at the same exact time. Once again, thank you, and please enjoy.
Not until the music. Not until the music. I just glitched. Come on, Mike. Oh, Mike just disappeared. Oh, we just lost Mike.
There's no freaking way we just lost Mike.
Yes, we just lost Mike. What do we do?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just lost our host. It'll just be a moment. Thank you for your patience.
He just said he hates his life. He just said he just hates his life.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just lost our host. It'll just be a moment. Thank you for your patience.
He didn't die or anything. Just muted.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just lost our host. It'll just be a moment. Thank you for your patience.
Right now. He didn't die or anything.
Oh my god.
Just muted.
Oh my. This
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just lost
this is already off to a bad start.
Thank you for your patience.
Oh no.
No. There's not.
We still have people in.
Shh, 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 shh. Come back here. Come on back here.
I'm muted. I can't do like regular speech unless I put it on Amplify. I'm on Amplify. That's why I'm trying to whisper. If I take it off, I go to muted. I'm muted. I can't do like regular speech unless I put it on Amplify. I'm on Amplify. The same thing is happening to me.
Thank you again, everyone, for your patience. It'll just be another moment or two.
If I turn on the microphone, I'm muted.
Thank you again, everyone, for your patience. It'll just be another moment or two.
Everybody just be quiet. If I turn on the microphone, I'm muted.
Thank you again, everyone, for your patience. It'll just be another moment or two.
Everybody just be quiet.
You need a ticket? 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 In here. This is a cool place. Yeah, who are you? What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Skylin. So, we are the Neverland Live event that's full. We are putting it on here. Hi.
Oh. So, this is a radio?
This is what's happening now in another space in Alt Space. They're doing like one of the first ever live plays here in Alt You can pick up and interact with if you want, like this stuff right here.
The second star to the right shines in the night for you, to tell you that the dreams you planned really can come true.
There you go.
The second star to the right shines with a light so red, and if it's Neverland you need, this light will lead you there.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, so we'll know where you are. Gleaming in the skies above, lead us to the land we dream of.
We apologize for the delay, everybody, due to the audience size. We are having some difficulty with our audio. It will hopefully not be that much longer. We really, really appreciate your patience. Thank you very much.
He's not responding to me.
Yeah, he's just chilling. So are you new to Alt Space? What do you think so far?
second star to the right shines in the night for you, to tell you that the dreams you planned really can come true. The second star to the right shines with a light so red, and if it's Neverland you need, this light will lead you there.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, so we'll know where you are. Gleaming in the skies above, lead us to the land we dream of.
And when our journey is through,
See, look at this cat.
each time we say goodnight, we'll thank the little star that shines.
No.
The second
We just stay clean. You got toilet paper. This is one of the few places we can throw toilet paper around too. You try to throw it in the hole. See right over here? You try to throw it in that hole right over there. You don't need to crouch. You just need to use your trigger finger to pick up. There you go. Need some practice throwing.
Another guy's here.
Yeah. He looks like your twin. He's got the same jacket as you. What's up, Voltron?
The second star to the right shines in the night for you, to tell you that the dreams you planned really can come true. The second star to the right shines with a light so red, and if it's Neverland you need, this light will lead you there.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, so we'll know where you are. Gleaming in the skies above, lead us to the land we dream of.
And when our journey is through, each time we say goodnight, we'll thank the little star that shines. The second
A view from the future. Don't make
Yeah.
The second star to the right shines in the night for you, to tell you that the dreams you planned really can come true. The second star to the right shines with a light so red, and if it's Neverland you need, this light will lead you there.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
All right, you go. Take care, Skylin. All right, bye. All right. I'm gonna be here tomorrow too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, one of the So we do talk about content creating every day, and as I also put in here, I do. If you're looking at the screen right here,
Yeah.
this is one of the projects that I worked on. Was all right. Well, you gotta know to listen too, and not talk all the time, because he's asking questions. We can't all talk at the same time. So I know that you are the most important person in the room, but we all need to have our turn. That's fair, right? So, Skylin, I have a treat for you then today. What day is your birthday? That's fair, right?
You mean my real life birthday or my fake
Yeah,
birthday?
I'm gonna make this. We're gonna do a birthday celebration to you. Well, first off, you know what? We're gonna do today's celebration. Okay, well, happy birthday. So first, we're gonna start with today's birthday, and then we'll go to tomorrow's. We'll go to your birthday next. All right. So this is a calendar from Hollywood Boulevard. Have you heard of the Walk of Fame in Hollywood? It's got got over 3,000 stars. Well, yeah. Yes. Have you heard of the Walk of Fame, Skylin? The boulevard in Hollywood that has all of the stars that people have gotten stars. Okay, well, this video is going to take you to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You're about to experience it. See this star that's on the screen right here? That's what people get. So, and then below it is all of the different signs. So with you being a February birthday, your birthday is going to be one of those signs as well. Right now, it is the sign of Scorpio and Sagittarius right now. Yesterday was Steven Spielberg's birthday. Have you heard of him?
No.
Did you see the movie? Did you see the movie Ready Player One? Did you see the movie Ready Player One? Spielberg's birthday. Have you heard of him?
I don't know.
It's all about VR. You should totally check out that movie. Anyways,
I'm in a VR.
Did you see the movie? You are in the VR. You are here. So we're gonna watch a birthday right now. This is an old song right here, okay? But this is today's birthday. This lady's name is Cecilia Tyson, and she has a star on the Walk of Fame. And there's a band called Earth, Wind, and Fire. Have you heard of them?
No.
You must be you must be living in a cave, not hearing that. So let's hear
him to the fullest. She looked out for her brothers in a very motherly way.
Take that! Puny boy, I'll slash you! And I'll cut you to pieces! Ah! Oh, ow! Careful, Michael, me glasses! I'm sorry, John. I'll slit your neck! Oh, no, you won't! Back, you there! You keep quiet! Ha! I got you! No, you didn't! No, you never touched me! Take that! That! Boy, you won't do this with our love. Michael, watch your tongue. Let you know, girl, you're out of sight. And just yes. Have you seen my Oh, no, goodness sake, wow, the cutlets, yes, the gold one. The clouds in the heavens I don't know. Where's the treasure? It got lost. God, my shot! Hooray! You found it! Let me tell you. Yes, so I'm hereafter. Oh, this is my last treasure.
George, dear, I really must hurry or we'll be late.
Look, there is this wretched girl. It's only chocolate.
Why?
What you found? To see the story. Wendy. Story. I might know. Wendy?
Yes, Homer.
Would you kindly say?
Mother, you look so alive. Oh, thank you, dear.
Wendy?
Just smile and how it did turn out. And
Mary, you don't mind.
my father, what have you done to your shirt? George, really? It really does come right.
That's Louis. Wendy, how is stuffing the boy with an office.
Oh, but they are.
I say they are. Captain Crook and pirates.
Mr. Frog.
Pan pirate. Oh, really, father? Did father have a chance? I don't understand. Absolute poppycock. Let me tell you, this whole ridiculous. Now, George. Now, George. We'll have his sex.
Please, dear, not in front of the children.
Mary, child's growing up. It's about time she was grown. I've had enough of it. After me for tonight, Mary, I will
Now, don't worry about it anymore tonight.
Be called Peter Pan, absolute poppycock.
I'm sure John Father is just upset. It's time for you to go to sleep anyways.
Playing, that's why I put this on.
Can anything harm us, Mummy, after the night lights are lit?
Oh, nothing, my precious. They are the eyes a mother leaves behind to guard her children. Now, tuck yourselves into beds. Oh, nothing, my precious. All asleep.
Yeah.
Dear nightlights, protect my sleeping children.
Into
I gotta stay.
Came in talking, honey, is because there was nothing going on. I didn't want to interrupt. I saw that.
All
okay.
clear. Dear nightlights.
Right, Tink, where are you?
Sleeping children.
I'm over
Go
here,
and hang with
silly.
Everybody, it's all good.
Oh, there you are.
I'm.
All clear.
It's totally. Up
I
to
have
you.
never been in a place like this. I'm over here.
Neither have I, but I can surely sense their belief in us, though.
As can I. Oh, Peter, she's waking up.
Ugh. Oh, John, are you having another one of your dreams? Look, it's all right.
Yeah, that's a good
My
idea.
God, you're Peter Pan.
Hey, can I go with my friends
Well, oh my God, oh my God, I cannot believe this. You're actually here. It's you. You're Peter Pan.
Gotta say goodbye.
And I'm Tinkerbell. Haven't you heard of me?
Oh my God. Oh, why no, I have not. A pleasure to meet you, Tinkerbell. You look exactly the way she was. Well, perhaps a little taller. My name is Wendy. Wendy Moira Angela Well, Wendy's enough. What are you doing here?
Well, I came to listen.
Oh, the person filming it is
Wendy
decided to
Moira.
leave
My
the
stories.
bubbles on.
But they're all about you.
Well, of course. That's why I like them. I tell them to the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys. I remember. They're your men.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Oh,
That's why I like 'em.
well, I'm so glad you came back tonight. I might never have seen you. The Lost Boys.
Why?
I remember. Well, because I must grow up tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
No.
so glad you came
No,
back tonight.
grow up.
Yes, I might never have seen you. Yes, tonight's the last night for me in the nursery. No, that means no more stories.
No. No, I won't have it. Come on. Coming with me.
Well, but where are we going?
Neverland. You'll never grow up there.
Oh, Peter! Oh, it would be so wonderful. Oh, but wait, oh, what would Mother say?
Mother? What's a mother?
Oh,
Why, Peter, a mother is someone who loves and cares for you and tells you stories.
Good. You can be our mother then. Come on.
Oh,
let's go.
Oh, no, wait just a minute. Let me see now. I have to pack, and well, I have to leave a note of when I'll be back. I couldn't be gone long, of course. Well, then I'll have to. Oh, but Neverland. Let me see now. I have to pack. Oh, I'm so happy. John, Michael, wake up. Could be gone long.
Huh? Jiminy! Whoa! Hello, Peter Pan. I'm Michael.
And my name is John. How do you do?
Well, I'm all right. Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
Where are we going? To Neverland.
Neverland?
Yes, Peter's going to take us.
Us?
Where are we going? Well, yes, I couldn't leave without John and Michael.
Neverland?
Oh, I should like very much so to cross sword with some real buccaneers.
Yes, and fight pirates too. All right, but you gotta take orders.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yes, but Peter, how do we get to Neverland? Fly, of course.
Fly?
It's easy. All you have to is to. Ha! That's funny.
What's the matter?
Fly? It's easy.
Don't you know?
Oh, sure. It's just that I've never thought about it before.
What's the matter?
Say, that's it. You think of a wonderful thought.
Don't you know? Any happy little thought?
Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
Like toys at Christmas?
Sleigh bells and snow?
You think of a wonderful thought. Okay, watch me now. Here I go! It's easier than pie. Now, think of the happiest things. It's the same as having wings.
Oh, let's all try it just once more. Look, we're rising off the floor. Jiminy!
Jiminy!
We can fly!
You can fly!
Are you shooting anything right now?
Come on, everybody! Here we go! Off to Neverland!
When there's a smile in your heart, there's no better time to start. Think of all the joy you'll find when you leave the world behind and bid your fears goodbye. You can die, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly, you can
While the darling children and Peter Pan fly over Neverland, Hook and his crew of pirates plan out their next course of action on the Jolly Roger. Their rivalry started long ago when Peter Pan sliced off Hook's hand and fed it to a crocodile. Hook's been hunting Pan ever since.
Pirate's life is a wonderful life, they never bury your gold. But when it's all over, a jolly sea roller drops in on his right baby toe.
I try to do a couple days of the week at like 11 a.m. East Coast time. You're in Vancouver, so you're West Coast, right?
Ah, me good friend Davy Jones. Good morning, shipmates.
Arrgh! And what's so good about it, Mr. Smee? And here we are collecting barnacles on this miserable island.
While his nibs play Ring Around the Rosie with Peter Pan.
Just look out there. You never know what you might find.
We've got some good. We've done.
We ought to be tending to the looting of ships.
Create this as a daily show.
Blast that Peter Pan!
If only I could find his hideout.
I'd trap him in his lair.
I've
study the map.
There's so many different documentaries.
Where is it? Mermaid Lagoon? No, we've searched that. We've combed Cannibal Cove. Yeah! No.
There's a couple people we could introduce.
Good morning, Captain.
I've got it! Those wretched lost boys.
Lost boys, Captain.
Have you filmed
Yes!
the video yet?
I've been hunting them east.
So you can
They will know exactly where Pan is hiding.
Live Peter Pan, so on your right control.
They talk, Captain?
There's
Oh, a little persuasion might be in order. Now let me see. Boiling in oil,
Press the Oculus menu.
keyholing, marooning.
Oh, a pirate's life is a wonderful life. You find adventure and sport, but live every minute for all that is in it, for a pirate's life is short. Oh, a pirate's life is short. Ah!
So you can't move that much.
Now let me see. Where was I?
Oh, dear, Captain Hook. Shooting a man in the middle of his cadenza? That ain't good form, you know.
Good form, Mr. Shmee. Blast good form. Did Pan show good form when he did this to me?
Why, Captain, cutting off your hand was only a childish prank, you might say.
Aye, but throwing it to that crocodile. That cursed beast liked the taste of me so well. He's followed me ever since, licking his chops for the rest of me.
Aye, and he'd have had you by now, Captain, if he hadn't swallowed that alarm clock. But now, when he's about, he warns you, as you might say, with his tick-tock, tick-tock. We can hear it now, that tick-tock.
Shmee! Oh, save me, Shmee! Shmee, please don't let him get me! Shmee! Don't let him get me, Shmee!
Here now, shame on you, upsetting the poor Captain. There'll be no handouts today. Shoo now, shoo. Go on. Off with you, I say. Go away. Get out of here.
Is he gone, Shmee?
Aye, post clear, nothing to worry about, Captain.
No, it wasn't like that little kid. You know what?
Oh, I hate being disappointed, Shmee. And I hate living in this quarter ship. And I hate being in Neverland. And I hate Peter Pan.
Now, Captain. Just relax. What you need is a shave. A nice soothing shave there now, Captain. You know, I can't help noticing. You ain't being your usual jolly self of late. And the crew's getting a mite uneasy, Captain. Or, that is, what's left of it. Now, why don't we put out to sea? See, leave Neverland. Forget Peter Pan. There now, we'd all be a lot happier. Not to mention, a lot healthier.
Why, you blithering blockhead!
Peter Pan! Ahoy!
What? Where ahoy?
3 points off the starboard bow.
Swoggle me eyes. It is Pan! Headed this way with some of those scurvy brats! Those wretched lost boys. Mr. Shmee! Pipe up the crew!
Aye, sir. Pipe up the crew. All hands on deck. All hands on deck.
Look alive, you swabs! We've got him this time, Mr. Shmee.
Oh, that we have, Captain.
Man the long tom, you bilge rats! I've waited years for this!
That's not even counting the holidays, either.
Double the powder and shorten the fuse!
Double the powder and double the fuse!
A pretty sight, Mr. Shmee. Like sitting ducks. All right, men, range! 42!
Range 42!
Elevation 65!
Elevation 65!
3 degrees west!
3 degrees west!
Steady now. Steady. Ready. Aim. Fire!
Oh, look! There's Captain Hook and the pirates! Look out! Quick, Tink! Take Wendy and the boys to the island! I'll stay here and draw Hook's fire! Hook! Hook, you codfish! Come at me!
Follow me.
Tinkerbell, wait!
We've lost him, you fools! Ah!
As Peter Pan drew Hook's fire, the mischievous and rather jealous Tinkerbell gathers the Lost Boys to trick them into deceiving Wendy. Oh, a valuable lesson to be learned. Never let greed get the best of you. The mischievous and rather jealous Tinkerbell gathers the Lost Boys to trick them into deceiving Wendy. Oh, a valuable lesson to be learned. Never let greed get the best of you.
Orders from Peter. A Wendy bird is flying towards us and following me. He says, shoot it down.
Huh? Orders from Pan?
Peter, a Wendy bird is flying towards us.
Wendy bird? Flying this way?
Just grab the other hook.
Yes, coming right this way. Shoot it down, he says.
Hi, how's it going?
We're gonna get her.
Purple.
I see it.
Just grab
Me too.
Yes.
All right, man. Ready? Aim. Fire!
Enough! Enough! Stop shooting, I say! Stop shooting! Wendy, are you hurt?
Oh, Peter, you saved my life!
Good heavens, Wendy, you might have been killed.
Oh,
Hey, Pan. We followed your orders. We followed your orders, Pan.
Hey, Pan, I got it with my skull blaster.
you did not. I did.
No, truly, I did.
Attention! Well, I am certainly proud of you. You blockheads! I bring you a mother to tell you stories, and you shoot her down? I was drawing Hook's fire to save her.
Wait, a mother?
Well, Tink said it was a bird.
Tink said what?
Well, she said you told us to shoot it down.
Wait.
Tink, come here. You're charged with high treason. Are you guilty or not guilty? Guilty. But don't you think you might have killed her, Tinkerbell? I hereby banish you forever.
Not forever, please.
Well, for a week then. Go on now. I hereby banish you forever. Come on, Wendy. I'll show you the island.
Not forever.
Oh, Peter, it's just as I've always dreamed it would be. Oh, look, John! There's Mermaid Lagoon!
What? Oh my!
Oh, Peter, it's just as I've always dreamed.
Wendy, you and I should go hunting with the Indians. John, you be leader for now. Men, John will be your leader until I return. Wendy, come on. I'll show you the mermaid.
I shall try to be worthy of my post. Forward, march!
We're following the leader wherever he may go. Chee-dum, a-chee-lee-dum today. Chee-dum, chee-dee, it's part of the game we play. Chee-dum, chee-dee, the words are easy to say. Just a feeling down, a-chee-lee-dum today. Chee-dum, chee-dee, a-chee-lee-dum, chee-dum. For all, and all of us are right. We march in line and follow the other way. We're a chee-lee-dum, a chee-lee-dum, chee-dum. Following the leader, the leader, the leader. We're following the leader wherever he may go. We're out to fight the engines, the engines, the engines. We're out to fight the engines because he told us so. We march along, and these are the words we say. Chee-dum, chee-dee, a-chee-lee-dee-dee. Oh, a-chee-lee-dum, a-chee-lee-dum today. Oh, a-chee-lee-dum, a-chee-lee-dum today.
All right, men, take me to your home. We shall meet Peter and Wendy there.
Aye, aye, sir.
All right, men, take me to your home. We shall meet Peter and Wendy there.
Aye, aye, sir.
With Tinkerbell banished, Wendy, Peter, and the Lost Boys safely retreat to their hideout with no threat near. Or so they thought.
really wanting to like
Tinkerbell
almost
vanished,
for an
Wendy,
editing purpose
Peter, and the
nailing
Lost
it with,
Boys
like, even
safely
if you just
retreat
gotta-
to their
you guys know
hideout
if you've been
with
on
no
sets,
threat near.
sometimes you're just
Or
doing the
so they
lines.
Wendy
thought.
lady,
Sometimes, like,
for you we have built this house. Say that you're pleased.
I don't.
Oh, it's a lovely, darling house.
Obviously, you can take it to whatever level of pro you
Wendy
want to
lady,
take it to.
for you we have
but-
built this Can't you see the trees? Say that you're pleased.
We're the children.
It's a lovely, darling house.
I mean,
So is it like viewable when the person?
Wendy, it seems you're their mother now.
Basically, it's like being inside
Oh.
of a movie that you can walk around and experience it through different locations, or you just viewing it.
Wendy lady, be our mother.
what I would say.
Well, I mean, I'd love to be your mother, but who would be the father? Peter?
Stories almost.
We'll have a mother at last. We'll have a mother. La, 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 la. We're gonna have a mother.
All right.
Who would be the father?
As long as it's only make believe.
Like the two shots.
We'll have a mother
I think
at
I
last.
got
We'll
it
have a
again.
mother.
The 360 technology is gonna get there to where you're
The game is up. The boys have found a mother.
As long as it's only.
What's a mother?
we do think
Shh.
the future
Let us think.
you know, I mean,
Apologies, Captain.
to where we're gonna be
The game is up.
characters in the
The
movie.
boys have found a mother.
Yeah.
You're gonna
What's
come
a
in,
mother?
You're gonna interact with
I've got it. We will kill these brats and take Wendy for ourselves as our mother. It'll be good to have someone else the men can respect. We'll discuss the plan there. To the ship. We will kill these brats and take Wendy.
Now are you ready for today's lesson?
It'll be good to
Yes,
have someone
Peter.
else the men can respect.
Now listen to your teacher. Now repeat after me. I won't grow up.
Perspective of the audience.
I won't grow up. Grow up.
Programmed or predetermined.
I'll never wear a tie.
I'll never wear a tie.
I think what he's made.
I won't ask why.
I won't ask why.
I promise that I won't.
I promise that I won't.
I'll be banished if I don't.
I'll be banished if I don't.
I promise that I won't.
Now that we're finished, tell us a story.
That I'm curious about is,
Very well. Come downstairs.
does this online software allow you to, like,
Tell us the story of Cinderella.
or is that
Oh,
still-
well, the prince found her, and
That's a good question. So,
and they all lived happily ever after.
Yay! Tell us the end of Sleeping Beauty.
Camera test is-
Well,
I'll have to look into that.
the prince woke her, and they all lived happily ever after.
Yay! Hooray!
Tell us the end of Hamlet.
Hamlet. Oh, well, let's see. The Prince Hamlet died, and then the king died, and the queen died, and Ophelia died, and Polonius died, and Laertes died, and well, the rest of them lived happily ever after.
Oh.
Hooray for Hamlet, I say.
Hamlet.
Yay!
Now go and wash up. It's your bedtime. Go, go.
Oh.
Go, go. Go wash. There. Oh, they are sweet, aren't they, Peter? It's your bedtime. Go, go.
I was just thinking. It's only pretend, isn't it, that I'm their father?
Kind of wrapped around.
Well, yes, Peter, but they are ours. Yours and mine.
I was just, but not really.
Possibilities are kind of
It's
endless
only
with this,
pretend,
so-
isn't it?
Well,
Absolutely.
no, not if you don't wish it.
I don't.
But they are ours. I thought so.
Yeah, for the most part, a couple weeks.
You're so strange. Tinkerbell's the same way.
No, not
Oh, I heard that.
I don't.
I almost agree with her. Oh, yes, we must go home. Perhaps Mother is in mourning by this time.
Oh, I heard
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not leaving us, Wendy.
oh, yes, we must go home. Yes, I must leave at once. Peter, please make the necessary arrangements.
If you like, Tink, you're to get up at once and take Wendy on a trip across the sea.
I must leave at once.
I'd be more than happy to.
If you like.
Now, dear ones, if you'll all come with me, I feel almost certain that my mother and father would adopt you.
I'd be.
Yeah! Father may be a bit hasty at first, but he'll get used to it. Peter, can we go?
Certain that my mother and
All right.
father would adopt you. Well then, put your beds away and remember to bring the baby clothes you were lost in. Now, Peter, take your medicine before the journey.
All right.
Well, get your things, Peter.
I'm not going with you, Wendy.
Is this what you do?
But why not?
I don't want to grow up and learn about solving things. I just always want to be a little boy to have fun. No one's gonna catch me and then make me a man.
And I love that as you
We're ready to go now.
mystery and cryptic.
Peter isn't coming with us.
It's a great transition. What up, cryptic? We summoned
Then, Peter, we won't leave you.
That's fine. That's perfectly all right. Look, if you find your mothers, I hope you love them. Now, no fuss, no blubbering. Just say goodbye.
questions. What's going on?
Goodbye, Peter Pan.
That's perfectly all right.
So long, Peter.
If you find your mothers,
I will miss you, Sir Peter.
no fuss, no blubbering.
Hasta la vista,
Do you
baby.
have a message for us?
Bye. Don't forget about me.
So long, Peter. We'll be waiting outside, Mother.
All right, I shall be with you in a moment.
Don't forget about me.
Peter, if you come for me once a year, I will do your spring cleaning. Will you come?
If you'd like.
You won't forget. And Peter, if another little girl, or one younger than I... Oh, Peter!
Yes, I know. Goodbye. We'll take you back to London. Now, I must go hunt for dinner.
Do you have anything else, cryptic? I mean, I feel like we
Oh, I will miss Neverland. Oh, it's such a beautiful island.
Any words of wisdom?
Take her to the ship. Any children we find, we will make them walk the plank, and Wendy will be our mother.
But what about Peter?
If I ever see that wretched boy again, I will rip every bone out of his body until there's just a small hand left. Then feed to that crocodile. Off to the ship.
Oh, help! Peter! John! Children, they're taking me away!
Small hand left.
I couldn't get back.
Then feed to that
crocodile.
there.
How
Off to
are
the
you?
ship.
So,
As Peter Pan continues his search to locate the banished Tinkerbell, the crooked Captain Hook and his right-hand man Smee are up to their usual no good. Leaving the ship with the crew, Hook and Smee have a very interesting plan in place.
Corey, what's up, man?
I know that wretched boy will be coming by this rock very soon. Shmee! Is the bomb planted?
You have no
Why,
words, though?
yes, sir, it is.
Hush! I've heard Pan's fairy friend has been banished here for a few days. We must be as quiet as a crocodile.
Yes, sir, it is. Oh, the irony, Captain.
Now, with that explosive in place, Pan will finally be eliminated from our lives for good, and our ship will have a mother.
You've done it again, Captain.
Don't patronize me, Shmee. Let's gather the men. Back to the ship, I say.
One day, maybe.
You've done it again,
No,
Captain.
but that's what this place is about.
Tank, are you here?
Back to the ship, I say.
Yeah, I'm here, Peter. I've been banished, remember?
We gotta watch.
I know. Look, I'm sorry, Tank. Tank, are you here?
He's
It's my fault, Peter. I'm the one that had the Lost Boys attempt to kill Wendy. I deserve this.
Well, forget that. We have more important things to worry about now. Wendy and the Lost Boys are gone, so it's just us against Hook now.
Oh, don't even worry about Hook. He won't be able to find us here. I don't even remember the last time he left the ship.
You'd be surprised. You snuck up on me once? That was the day. I cut his hand off.
Oh, I remember. You had all the Lost Boys laughing for hours.
But it makes it even That crocodile has been following him ever since.
That was a fun adventure. We should head back to the hideout while we think about what we're going to do without the Lost Boys at our side. Follow me.
Be right there. Whoa! No! Think about help! No! Oh.
Peter? Peter, what happened? Where are you? No. No. No, 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 no. Peter. Peter, don't go. You can make it. Come on. I know you can.
Looks like another prisoner for a ship. Take her away, men. Shmi, check on Pan. See if his wretched heart is still beating. If it is, let me do the finishing honors.
Peter, you can do it, Peter. I know you can make it.
See if his wretched heart is still beating. If it is, let me do the finishing honors.
With what we can do
I know you can make it.
right? How amazing is this?
He seems to be as dead as the sea, Captain.
Unfortunate. I was hoping to finish him off with the very hook he gave me. Oh, what a tearjerker, Shmi. Pan gone, and a ferry without a keeper. Such a shame. We should celebrate back on the ship. Gather the men, you scurvy scums, and inform the mother of Peter's demise.
Back to the ship!
We should celebrate back on the ship. Gather the men, you scurvy
Peter!
scums.
Peter! They have Wendy! They've taken her! Peter? Are you here?
Look! Under the rock! It's Peter! He's been crushed by some kind of explosion!
Oh, Peter! I think he's gone.
No! No, he can't be gone. He doesn't lose to Hook that easily.
Wait, you think Hook did this?
Of course he did! This rock has never crumpled like this. It's been here for hundreds of years. It doesn't just collapse the one time Peter Pan's in here.
I suppose you're right. Oh, Peter, I can't believe he's just gone.
Do you hear that?
I believe I did. Peter, can you hear us?
John, is that you?
Yes, Peter, you're alive. It's a miracle. I knew you wouldn't go without a fight.
Glad to have you back, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Tink must have dropped some pixie dust. She was being taken by Hook. I couldn't see much, but I think that... Oh, goodness. No! I think that's what saved me.
Hook needs to pay for what he did. He took Tink and my sister. We have to rescue them, Peter.
You're right, John. But we do need a plan first.
Hook needs to pay for what
Aha!
he did.
I say, John and I disguise ourselves as pirates. We'll infiltrate his ship from the inside. We'll figure out some kind of distraction, and you can come in and take Tink and Wendy out. Nobody will see you.
I suppose we do have a plan then. Thanks, ooh. I don't seem to recall your name. What is it?
Walter, sir. I've never had a real name, but I always like that one.
Well, Walter it is.
Well, Walter and I better get going. Michael is still with the other Lost Boys at the treehouse. We'll discuss the plan with them. Peter, good luck.
Good luck, sir.
So long, men.
Walter and I better get going. Michael is still with the other Lost Boys at the treehouse. We'll discuss the plan.
Wendy and Tinkerbell have been captured by Hook and his men, and there seems to be no hope for any rescue. Luckily, with a little pixie dust and hope, something may arise. We continue our journey back on Hook's ship.
Burning Man twice.
No hope for any rescue. Luckily,
Shot my
with a
first
little
feature
pixie dust
doc at
and
Burning
hope,
Man.
something may arrive.
Hell yeah, we want to
We
show it
continue
here.
our journey
That's what we're
back
like.
on
We were
purpose.
doing a whole thing on the
Ha
table.
ha 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 ha! Congratulations, men! We have killed Pan, and we have taken a mother. and we even have a fairy. We could use it as target practice.
Captain, we never brought Pan's body back to the ship. There's always a chance that...
Quiet, you idiot! Pan is dead. You said so yourself. We've won, Mr. Shmee. But it would be nice to have his body as a trophy for our achievement. Men, set sail for Skull Rock. Yes, Captain.
What were you saying? It would be nice. You guys were both trying to talk at the same time for a second.
Well, good thing we were able to knock those two pirates out. Now we look just like the other ones.
Why, yes, Walter, your plan seems to be going quite well.
Oh, thanks, John. That was just the easy part. The hard part is getting Tink and Wendy free. Then we can celebrate our achievements.
You two! Why are you not manning the cannons? Get back to work, you bilge rats! If I see that again, I'll toss you overboard!
Why, yes, sir.
Right away, Captain. All right, now's our chance. Hook's not looking. Let's go.
Why, yes, sir.
Oh, John, is that you? Oh, well, I knew you would find me. Where's Peter?
He didn't make it.
No, Peter.
I know, Wendy, but there's no time. We have to get out of here. Walter, untie Tink, and she'll give us some dust to fly out of here.
There's nowhere for me to go without Peter.
Tink, we don't have time.
Tinkerbell, I know you've never cared very much for me, but come live with us in London. We could use a fairy like yourself to deal with Father anyways. Peter would have wanted you to come.
You're right, Wendy. I'm sorry for the way I treated you. Jealousy is a fairy's weakness. Kindly untie me so we can get out of here.
Men! What are you doing? Leave the prisoners alone, you fools. No, no, no. You know, men of my ship! Imposters! I'll kill you all!
John! Untie them! I'll deal with Hook myself.
A strong claim for such a weak boy! Pan failed, and you will do the same!
Walter! No, Walter!
Was it worth it? Dying for a dead juvenile who will rot at the bottom of my ship? He'll join you at the bottom of the sea!
Man!
What was that?
Interesting, but you have like access to this and you make this event.
This, yeah, somebody basically, the person who built this, him and his girlfriend.
Howdy there, Hook. I'm alive.
That's impossible! Shmee said you...
You've gone too far this time, Hook. You try to kill me, you kill one of my men, you leave Neverland, or you die.
Ha! You never changed, you know. You're still so foolish and reckless. Men! Blast him out of the sky! You never changed.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Hook. Come face me like a real man, you codfish.
How can I face you like a man when you're just a boy? You wouldn't dare fight old Hook, man to man. You'd fly away like a cowardly sparrow. How can I face you like a man?
Just you and me, Hook. No cannons, no pirates, no lost boys. Just like old times.
What, you mean... You won't fly?
I give you my word.
Shmee! Watch the prisoners. Pan is
Right away,
mine.
Captain.
Wendy, we have to help Peter.
We cannot, John. This is his fight.
No.
For years I've been trying to kill you, and now you hand yourself to me. You're a puny boy, Pan. You have no one. You're nothing. You'll die just like the lost boy I slayed.
Good. Let's have at it!
No! Insolent youth! Prepare to die!
Oh, Peter! Why, Peter?
No! I gave him my word! You're mine, Hook!
I'll show you this ghost has blood in his veins! I'll run you through!
Take that!
Curse this Hook!
Too slow, Captain!
You wouldn't do old hooking, would you, lad? I'll go away forever. I'll do anything you say.
Okay, you can go. If you call yourself a codfish.
I'm a codfish.
Louder!
I'm a goldfish!
He's a goldfish! Hooray!
What a codfish. Alright, you're free to go, Hook, but never return.
Bless you, lad. Shmee! Help me, Shmee!
Captain, I'm coming! Captain, I'm coming!
Shmee! Shmee! Shmee!
Would anybody else like to try?
Good thing Michael made it back with the help of a lost boy. Hooray! Hooray for Captain Pan!
Alright, you swans. Aloft with you! We're casting off! Heave those halyards!
But Peter, oh, that is Captain Pan.
At your service, madame.
Yeah. How are you?
Could you tell me, sir, where we're sailing?
To London!
Oh, Peter! John, we're going home! Oh.
Man the capstan! Hoist the anchor! Pixie dust! Off to London!
With that, Peter Pan set sail for London with the darling children. With the Stretch of Hook and the pirates gone, the children are free to go home. The ship is covered with pixie dust, and there's one destination in sight. With the Stretch of Hook and the pirates gone, the children are free to go home.
Okay, I'll do that.
The ship is covered with pixie dust.
George. George, I'm so glad you changed your mind about Wendy. After all, she's still a child. George.
Oh, sure, Mary, you know I never mean those things I say, now do I not?
Changed your mind about
Mother, we're back!
Oh, Wendy! Wendy, boys, what on earth are you doing there?
But we're back, Mother!
Back?
Yes, all except the Lost Boys. Well, they weren't quite ready.
Lost? Ready?
Well, to grow up. That's why they went back to Neverland.
Neverland?
Yes, but I am.
Let's check
Ready to grow up.
Well, dear, all in good time. After all, perhaps we were to...
Mother, it was such a wonderful adventure! Tinkerbell and the mermaids and Peter Pan! Oh, he was the most wonderful of all! Why, even when we were kidnapped, I knew that we had nothing to worry. Oh, yes, and I knew Peter Pan would save us, and he did! Oh, and we all called him a codfish! Well, Captain Hook, I mean. And then we sailed off away on a ship in the sky!
Huh. Mary, I'm going to bed.
Oh, Mother! He really is wonderful, isn't he?
Mary, I'm going.
George? George!
Now what, Mary? I was. Oh my. Nana, did you see? You know, I have the strangest feeling that I've seen that ship before. Very long time ago, when I was very young. Nana, did you see?
George, dear. Oh, Father.
And so, with that, Wendy and the Darling family lived happily ever after. Maybe look to the second star to the right this evening, and even you can catch a glimpse of the wonders of Neverland. The end. Wendy and the Darling family lived happily ever after. Maybe look to the second star to the right this evening, and even you can catch a glimpse of the wonders of Neverland.
Use your imagination.
Introducing the cast of Neverland Live. As Peter Pan, we have Buddy. As Captain James Hook, Charles Ace. As Wendy Darling, Psycho. As Mr. Smee, Face Vaquero. As John Darling, Johnny XR. As Michael Darling, Kyla Blitz. As Tinkerbell, Razor Smile. As Walter, also Kyla Blitz. As Mr. Darling, Face Vaquero. As Mrs. Darling, Denver Chicky. As Lost Boy number 1, Karam. As Lost Boy number 3, Small Anxious Fiend. As the Crocodile, Strawberry Santa. As Pirate 1, Hutch. As Mr. Wolf, as Pirate 2, Mr. Wolf. As Pirate 3, Denver Chicky. As Pirate 4, Dr. Quad. And as narrator, hello, I'm Star. Nice to meet you. And as our set manager, we have Rolodex. As the backstage manager and producer of the show, give it up for Nana. And please keep the applause going for the director and writer of Neverland Live. Give it up for Mike. A very special thanks to Nira and Mark Gill for help with the mythical theater and sets for the show. And thank you to all of the moderators for keeping the event safe for all to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the cast of Neverland Live. And thank you so much for coming today. Please stick around a little bit longer afterwards to talk to some cast and people involved with the show. Thank you everyone watching on YouTube, and thank you everyone in VR as well. Good night, everybody.
Once again, thank you all so much for coming. We're gonna, in about 5 minutes, gonna have the cast out here for some Q&A, so stick around. We still got about 52 minutes until the event closes, so why not get your questions out, and once again, come back next Saturday, December 26th, for the second show of Neverland Live. Thank you once again.
We did it! We did it, everyone! Cheer and rejoiced!
What's going on?
So did you get booted a couple times?
Did it start already?
No, it's just finished.
Oh shit.
Are we doing a break or something?
Yeah, it's pretty. No, it's just finished.
Oh shit.
Are we doing a break or something?
Yeah, it's pretty.
The reason that the band's still together, really, and we all still get on with each other. We enjoy each other's company. Bastards. And we have a good time when we're writing on tour in the studio. And there's still a kind of chemistry there, even after all these years of working together, and the years that Steve's been in the band. There's still a spark of excitement when we come to create something new. Left school at 16 and did nothing but really play the guitar for about a year. Joined a band called Silmarillion in 1979, and we sort of started gigging around the Aylesbury area in Buckinghamshire. The bass player who sang left. We then had a singer called Fish who joined us for a little while, and a bass player called This Minute. What happened then, Pete?
Mark joined. This band lived and breathed music. And they all lived in a house together, and that was a sort of romantic thing that really appealed to me. The idea of moving to Buckinghamshire and living in this house in the freezing cold in the middle of winter and having no money for heating and no money for food, that whole thing at the time was exactly what I wanted to do.
1980 was that?
81.
81, right, and then we nicked Pete in 82.
Yeah. I actually started just playing the last 4 strings of my guitar until I could afford a bass guitar.
Ian joined in, was it 83 or 84?
Yeah, end of 83.
End of 83.
And I sat next to the drummer in an orchestra pit at a show called Funny Girl in the West End of London, and the star of that show was Barbra Streisand, but I was sitting next to the drummer and I was just absolutely amazed. And from that point on, it really was in my blood.
You do know this, don't you?
Oh, of course, yes. Well rehearsed. And Steve joined in 88, 89?
89, January.
Yeah.
I went to Nottingham to do a degree in electrical engineering, and the whole time I should have been in science lectures, I was over in the arts faculty playing the grand pianos in the lecture theatres instead.
Hello man, we've got you long before you realize.
Playing the grand pianos in the lecture theatres instead.
Poison paralyzes.
I suppose people who know about the band, but maybe not that well, would think they were, a very serious and self-serious band. We do actually, I suppose, cover a lot of serious subject matter, but we still have fun, After all, it's music and it's entertainment. We started off, as we always do, on the writing of this album with a bunch of ideas that weren't really songs. In fact, they were just pieces of music and a few lyrical ideas. And Steve Hogarth, the singer, had a germ of an idea which was based on a true fact.
The police had found a girl wandering on the M4 motorway at the Severn Suspension Bridge that goes between England and Wales. Of course, it's illegal to be on the motorway, and so they picked her up. But she was in such a state emotionally when they picked her up that she couldn't talk. They asked her all the obvious questions like who she was, why she was there, where she came from, where she was hoping to go, and she told them nothing. So they took her back to a police station, I believe, in the Bristol area, and she still wouldn't speak to them. They didn't know if perhaps she was deaf or unable to speak or unwilling. And out of desperation, after they'd had her there for some time, they decided to broadcast an appeal to the general public on the local radio in case anyone might know who she was, how she got there, and could help. I happened to overhear the broadcast and was I was shaken by it really, because my heart went out to her. I thought, well, would she have jumped? Was it her intention to jump? How could she get like that? Where'd she come from? It was a mystery. It was a massive mystery. And I suppose it appealed to the writer in me. It was a fantastic starting point for a work of fiction. Once I had that direction, then the other half-formed songs that we'd been working on together down at the Racket Club started to take shape and have a meaning.
Bass and cello that I have. Yeah. Can you do that? Can you do that for the Last of You as well? Last of Me.
No.
What have I got? And The Great Escape now. Have I still got those?
You can do that from where the guitar solo starts. Never seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If you can, because it's easier for me to play that and carry on than it is to do that and then start playing it. So it's just simpler for me.
Try that, Pete.
We wrote a song called Paper Lies about the newspapers not telling the truth all the time, if ever, which was really about a certain fat gentleman falling off a yacht. And one of the lyrics is there's this little chant that goes lies, all lies at the end. We arrived this morning to find that happens to be a headline on today's Daily Mirror.
It might be a hangover from the oboe part earlier on or something.
Well, she's left me then. The environment for the recording of Brave was extremely important.
We heard about this chateau that Miles Copeland owned in the south of France.
We took all our equipment there and set it up, and Dave, the producer, would just record everything that we played.
His attitude was that he would like you to experiment and play it differently every time, and then he would take the best elements of all those different performances and put together the perfect take.
Get
master bedroom was a control room, and we had guitar amplifiers in the library and lace amp in the study. That was it. Yeah. And the Hammond organ speaker down in the wine cellar.
So we'd got 2 mixing desks, 2 24-track tape recorders, and God knows how many effects, piles of effects, computers, all next to this chap's bed. It was a very unreal way of working. The Queen Mother once stayed in that room as well, some point about 15 years ago. So what was at one point the Queen Mum's bedroom, we'd turned into a control room.
We actually had to finish the writing there, and there was with the track Brave, that wouldn't have come about had it not been for that environment. Really, it can't help but influence the way that you're putting together ideas, I think. And although maybe it's not that you don't have all the sophistication and capabilities of a proper studio, but at the same time you have things like the natural acoustics of like stone stairwells where you can record like guitars and pick up the ambience from the drums that you couldn't do in a proper studio. And at the end of the day, I think technology's got out of hand in certain respects with making records, really. I mean, let's face it, how many records today sound as good as records made 20 years ago? So technology by itself doesn't make great records. Musicians do.
Good point, Steve. Yeah, from time to time we get asked by the record company to remix certain tracks. And remixing is a sort of, I suppose, a repackaging or a recolouring of the record to make it more palatable for radio. If you're a band like us and we're not, our music isn't cornflakes or soap powder, we tend to take exception to it a little bit because it's almost like somebody interfering with your art. It's a bit like somebody going up to David Hockney after he's finished painting a picture and saying, we're going to get somebody in and to retouch it a bit. We don't like that face on the left.
EMI, at a very early stage in the writing of this album, recognised the kind of album we were making. They didn't lean on us to make it any more commercial than it was naturally going to be.
It's the sort of record that you have to really sit and listen to, and it's the sort of record you have to listen to it all. It's not a soundbite record, It's not a collection of nice little ditties.
The record label has had to be creative in deciding how they're going to promote this. We've done everything we can. We've basically said, well, we don't want to make videos, we're going to make a movie.
I think this is something totally new on one level, which I really like. I think it is very brave in that normally people are quite content to have a string of music videos in which the primary objective seems to be to have the band looking good and to have so many seconds of every one of the band members so that everyone can recognize them. And to actually completely liberate ourselves from that and to go off down a narrative track and to instead string a series of visuals to the music, I think is much more like giving people what they might imagine when they're listening to the music. I think if someone lies at home with a pair of headphones on listening to an album or something, they're unlikely to vividly visualize the band or the stage setup. They're more likely to go off into some kind of abstract thought process.
When we saw him, the band instantly felt right. They liked his previous work. He's done obviously two movies, and that is the difference. With difference is that he is actually a movie director rather than a promo clip director.
We're going slowly today, very slowly. It's pulling teeth or something, it's painful, but god damn it, someone's got to do it. I thought the most important thing would be to find a single person who would, in which we could crystallize all those elements, who could pull together all the sort of abstract grief and pain that was flying around the album, and to give a face to this nameless girl, to our protagonist. I think on that level we succeeded quite well to create a single believable individual who could hold all this together. And I think a lot of that goes down to Josie, who played the lead role, who just behaved like a complete heroine the whole way through. Very much I was cast into the role of kind of a witch hunter or someone persecuting her, and that every day I'd force her to go through one terrible ordeal or another. But I think very much it was Josie's film.
You know, Richard Stanley isn't known for making children's TV.
I think very much it was Josie's film. I think I was playing in the film with various levels of reality, in that there's the figure of the father in the film who never actually appears in real life except in flashback form. There's never actually seen to do anything too terribly bad to the apart from hugging her, and but at the same time keeps turning up in dreams as some kind of mad surgeon figure, or as a Satanist, or as one colourful figure or another. But I'd like to stay on the fence as to whether she's really suffering from some disorder arising from real childhood abuse, or whether it's just a purely imaginary thing.
We should use this opportunity of making a film to be able to get to a broad audience, to draw in people to Marillion that normally wouldn't go out and buy our albums.
Brave is probably the most complicated album we've ever had to try and recreate, in terms of there being so many different layers and textures. I mean, there's a lot of guitar parts, a lot of the songs, lots of different layers of keyboards. Where maybe on our previous albums we've kind of held back a little bit from going over the top in terms of more than 2 guitar parts. Well, really, but on this album some tracks is like 8 or 9. So it is a problem when you're trying to recreate that. And using the technology at our disposal, I mean, it's sounding pretty good actually. It's going to sound different to the record, but it's going to be very exciting.
There's so many little sound effects on the album that, you know, like all these little voices and stuff. Like, so we've, you know, baby crying. Is that a bit loud? It's your turn to feed the baby in. Oh yeah. This is Steve's little boy, and then we've got
What's a brave girl?
Steve's little girl.
Curly whirly whiskers, boys don't.
That's my two. There's loads more.
What's a brave girl?
That was somebody who was working at the chateau when we were recording. So, but basically this is part of one of the songs. But obviously to reproduce that sort of thing live, if we want to get all those little sound effects and noises and stuff happening, that's the only way to do it, is to sample them. But we've also done stuff like sampled voices, you know, which is Steve singing, because he's singing something else at the same time, so it would be impossible for him to do both.
This is reality. Do my washing before I go back to America.
Explained, very complex piece of music to play in terms of how much is going on, and we all felt very strongly that we didn't want to get a sixth silent member of the band to come in and stand behind a curtain, you know, and play things out of the back without anybody knowing. I can feel the difference between on stage with 3 geezers that he's paying to do that album and that tour, and U2, when there's 4 of them. They've been at it for a long time. It's come up, it's evolved. They have sole responsibility, split between the 4 of them, for their music, their performance, and their business decisions. and you're actually looking at the animal that is the reason that you're there, rather than looking at the animal and a whole lot of periphery things that are propping it up or helping it out in some way. It puts much more responsibility on us because we've sort of become all singing, all dancing, and doing like Pete's playing bass, but he's also triggering samples from foot pedals. I'm shaking tambourines, playing keyboards, singing, playing bad guitar.
The whole album's on these pedals, really. We just mime.
Become all singing, all dancing, and doing like playing bass, but he's also triggering samples from foot.
What up, my dude?
Thing about Spain or Barcelona, and the same thing about Milan, are that they're key cities in countries that we might not be able to tour completely because it costs too much money.
Yeah, Italy, the touring style, the voltage goes up and down all over the place. And not only that, but the promoters are all mafia. So, they're all trying to kill each other. The one guy who actually promoted some gigs lost some money or something and ended up having to run away and leave the country because they were going to kill him. And it's like...
They're lovely people, you get one or two of them, they're fantastic. You get more than two, and it becomes a riot, really.
One of these, messing about with all that small stuff. You want a big one like this. You should see how big this camera is. It's big. It's big.
Well, there was that gig in Brazil where the shower was actually live, and they'd realised that, so they taped it up. So the actual shower head, as you get these metal goosenecky kind of shower heads, that was all covered in insulating tape. The idea being that you'd get hold of the tape and it wouldn't kill you. Right, but if you touched any of the metal bits by mistake, it was like BAM! I'm standing in the shower thinking, you turn it on and it was tingling as you were turning it on through the tape. And they don't change it. And then they give you a guest book to sign, and they expect you to say, really enjoyed being actually fix the fucking shower. Somebody's gonna die. Lots of love, Steve.
Do an awful lot with the guitar texturally, and I think that's one of the things that we've always had, hopefully, in our songs. Those changes of mood and texture. Yeah, so far so good. We're nearly there on most of the songs. It's just a couple of things. Brave chaps are trying to learn at the moment, really. And Made Again, the last track on the album, we haven't even played yet. So we might actually give that a go for the first time later on.
We are really very much a live band, and usually it's 2 years between albums, and that 2 years is usually extensive touring. Really, the world, you know, a year isn't long enough to record an album and tour the world. We love touring, and we're chomping at the bit at this moment in time to get out on tour.
That's right. I think, you know, the reason why we're all in the group is so that we can play our music to people, as opposed to, you know, 4 walls or whatever. It's great when you can actually see the reaction of an audience immediately. You know, that is really something special.
I think it's going to be a challenge to both the audience and us, because the plan is to walk on stage and play Brave in its entirety.
The album tells a story. It would be madness to intercut that story with other songs from the past, you know, from previous albums.
To anybody that's into the band but maybe hasn't actually bought Brave yet, it's going to be quite a challenge for them to listen to 73 minutes of new music. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes down, but it's what we intend to do.
And if anybody's still left at the end, we'll play some more.
Hunter, Father Christmas in his spare time.
It's about, I'm going to be obscene so you can't ever use it. Go on then, twat.
What music do you think of when you think of the 1980s? Do you think of the ultra-dated synths of new wavers like the Cars?
You had a good reason for that one recently.
Roughshod, catchy, simple riffs of hair metal acts like Poison? Or are you more into pre-grunge alt-rockers like R.E.M.? Maybe what you think of is something that fits into less of a neatly defined category, or something then relatively underground like the early extreme metal of bands like Venom. What you probably don't think of is progressive rock, a genre that seemingly died out in the 70s save for some odd hangers-on, and marked primarily by its complex arrangements, often said to be pretentious. That's the most BS word ever in rock criticism there, second maybe to ham-fisted when used about a white rapper. But progressive rock experienced a medium-sized revival starting in the early 80s, with a band whose music may not have broken down too many doors at first, but ended up being, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the most important musical act of the early 2000s. Today, MSCC answers the